Go to my YouTube channel, Goddess Sharon, and watch the past 5 videos I've done on this subject to understand why I came to the conclusion that I came to. Goddess Sharon on YouTube. For the full videos, Judas and the Black Messiah. Everything that Gene Deal did and did not do allowed the shooter to be successful in assassinating Biggie and getting away with it and driving off scot-free without recognition. He said, in his own words, he got 2 calls, one from Unique, from a federal prison, saying vest up, and other people said there was going to be retaliation for Tupac's murder while they were in California. He's security. So he had full knowledge that they were going to be ambushed and somebody was going to be shot and killed. Anybody from Bad Boy was the target, but primarily Puff and Biggie. So he takes that information and does nothing with it. He doesn't go to the museum, the car museum where they were going to have the event, walk the grounds to see what's the best entrance and exit, where the spots were where they could potentially be hit. He doesn't ask the museum for the nearest police station, sheriff station, fire department, ambulance, and if they have any security. He doesn't ask the museum, do they have an entrance where they bring the cars, and can the 2 high-profile guests come in that way? He doesn't physically go to the sheriff or the police and let them know there is a gang retaliation. People will be attempting to attack them. Can they have police presence at the museum? Can they get a police escort to and from? Inside the museum, outside the museum? Can they get vests? He didn't even alert the police, the sheriffs, or anyone. He didn't even tell Puff he got the calls. He just blurted, "We're gonna get hit." Then, when they get out of the museum, he said Biggie was walking slow. You move a slow-moving target out the front door where he's visible to everybody. He sits in the front seat, again, visible to everybody. And Gene said he told his driver, run through the light to make sure they weren't in the line of fire. They come back. He says he drove to find the shooter. They were gone 5 minutes. He says he came back. There was police and ambulance fire truck through an alleyway, but he wasn't thinking clearly to go get them. He says then they drove Big to the hospital. If someone had called 911, they would have been on a 911 call getting instructions. 911 stays on the phone until the ambulance arrives. He never said that happened. So everything he said and did helped the shooter have a successful kill shot. The assassination was pulled off without a hitch. Was it because they had someone on the inside helping them? Was Gene Deal actually Judas? He was jealous of Puff, and he clearly did not like Biggie, and Biggie didn't like him. Biggie didn't trust him, because when he told Biggie the information, Biggie didn't take it serious. How do you not alert police that you're going to an event in enemy territory and there's gang retaliation threats because you're blamed, Puff and Biggie are blamed for Tupac's murder? How do you not have police present? There wasn't a single police officer in uniform in or outside of the car museum, which means security didn't even let them know about the event. And that is security's job. So he writes a book bodyguarding a hip-hop star, but he did nothing in the way of bodyguarding. He did nothing in the way of security. He didn't do one thing to prevent this from happening, to nullify the threat, to protect his client. Judas and the Black Messiah. Gene was security. He had a responsibility to secure Puff, Bad Boy, and those under Puff's jurisdiction, which is Biggie. He got intel, but he didn't do drills to have the people know, in the event this happens, we'll do this. In the event this happens, we'll do this. Best case scenario, worst case scenario. When you're in school, you have fire drills to practice in case there's a fire. As security, common sense should have said, everybody on the West Coast blames Bad Boy for Tupac's murder. We're going there. We're going into enemy territory. We need to be prepared. Why didn't you go over exit strategies? This is what we'll do if this happens. Nothing was done. He was Judas inside Bad Boy. He didn't do one thing to protect Biggie. But now he wants to profit from talking about Puff, Biggie, and the night he helped Biggie get killed, blaming everyone except himself. Biggie's reaction when he told him they were going to get hit says Biggie didn't trust him. Biggie didn't consider him professional, and Biggie didn't like him. Go to my YouTube channel, Goddess Sharon, and watch the past 5 videos I've done on this subject to understand why I came to the conclusion that I came to. Goddess Sharon on YouTube for the full videos